I'm curious, and I think, Cynthia, you're probably the right person to start this off here. Are the numbers that we're seeing from Rodgers and the play that we're seeing indicative of him actually being better than what we saw last year? Or how much of this plays into the fact that the Steelers roster is probably just better than the Jets?
Both. I mean, I think part of the thing about Aaron Rodgers that we have to get over as like a aesthetically like motivated people are you're not going to see him throwing deep balls like there's no Rodgers to Rodgers Hail Mary situation. Like we talk about this, I call him mid Aaron Rodgers because even mid Aaron Rodgers is better than so many quarterbacks in the league. It's just not prime Aaron Rodgers. And I don't I'm not being controversial in saying that. I think you're seeing he's got a fast time to throw. He's throwing shorter passes. He's using his mind to outsmart and outthink defenses. He's looking for coverages that he likes and he's spotting things that, oh, you're giving me this. Okay, I'll just take this. He's not trying to do something crazy. He's not MVP form Aaron Rodgers, but he's still great Aaron Rodgers. And it is translating to wins. So, it's just hard when you've been this former iteration of yourself, and then there's guys like Tom Brady who come down to the Bucks and end up throwing deep passes again. But that's not what Aaron Rodgers has been last year with the Jets. It's not what he is now. The scheme works better for him. The run game is more reliable for him. The blocking works well enough. I'm not going to pretend they have the best O-line, but it works well enough for him. And he's just smart enough, but ahead of the snap to diagnose what the defenses are giving him. And I don't think this Bengals defense is going to be too tricky for him in any way, especially as I see Trey Hendrickson appear on an injury report. That's their best pass rusher. And, Broderick Jones has allowed a bunch of sacks. So there are some areas that they can get got. But I feel as though the Bengals defense has some, I feel like this is one where Aaron Rodgers is just licking his chops to be like, okay, so I want to do this. I want to do that. I'm targeting this. I'm targeting that. And I just think he outmatches them from a mental capacity. Hey guys, we need your help. We've noticed not all of you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. So subscribe today.
Subscribe, hit that button. Yeah, I'm a lead with this right here. Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers is what Peyton Manning was when he went to the Broncos. Okay. The Steelers are not that Broncos defense. So I don't know if those aspirations are going to be as high, and I'm not saying they're going to the Super Bowl. But regardless what you feel about Aaron Rodgers personally, the man, he is a savant at the line of scrimmage, okay? He calls the game at the line of scrimmage, and it's not always a touchdown. It's get us into the right run play. Slide the protection to pick up that blitz. And that's not what Pittsburgh's had since Ben Roethlisberger's left. And I played against the Peyton Manning Broncos team. Aaron Rodgers can throw it better than Peyton Manning at this age. Peyton Manning couldn't really throw it downfield, and they still won a Super Bowl because he was getting him in the right plays. He was catering to his defense. He was setting up the run game. He was hitting some timely third downs. He was picking up the blitz, and he was just playing really smart at the line of scrimmage. And Aaron Rodgers is as smart as Brady, Breeze, Manning, all those savants at the line of scrimmage. He is that level of IQ, and he is just conducting the game and not messing it up to find ways for a Mike Tomlin coach defense to win the game ugly. And that's all that matters in the end. And that can win you a playoff game or two. It might not be enough, but it can get you enough in the dance, and then things can happen. So that's exactly what he's doing. It's a perfect fit for where he's at in his career, and he's really conducting the ship the right way.
I think they're going to get better as the season goes on. I mean, let's not forget, Rodgers wasn't there in the offseason or in the summer. Like those receivers, he's going to get them coached up as the season progresses, what he likes, the looks. And like Logan said, let's be real, late December, January, you're not going to want to be on defense against Aaron Rodgers. I mean, I don't care how old he is. I've been at the other end of that thing in deep runs against him. And when he needs to make a play, he can still make any throw he needs to make on the field.
Fun times on Thursday Night Football. I think we're going to be in for a fun one. If you haven't already, go over to FanDuel.com/Cynthia, sign up, get in on the action. Whole lot of fun football still left to be played here. And